YouTube family, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Lauren McKinney and I love making videos about capsule wardrobing and sustainable style made easy. You might notice that my setup is a little bit different in this video, and I just wanted to say welcome to my bathroom. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I go about washing my knitwear. Now, this is a topic that some people might have some trouble with just because a lot of our knitwear says to take it to the dry cleaners, but I prefer to do all of my washing at home. It saves me money, it saves me time, and I think it's just a really peaceful activity. So today I'm going to be washing this cashmere sweater by Nadam. It's one of my favorites, but I've definitely been wearing it quite a bit, so it's due for a washing. I think that it's really important to learn how to care for our clothes, especially when we capsule wardrobe. We want to make sure that our pieces last a really long time. But before we get into the video, I just want to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button if you would like to see more content like this. Comment below if you have any questions or if you have any tips for at-home washing. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
So I do all of my knitwear washing in my bathroom sink. Of course, you want to start out making sure that your sink is clean so you don't transfer anything onto your sweater. I fill up the sink with a mixture of hot and cold water, but mostly cold so that I avoid any shrinking. I like to turn my knitwear inside out to just ensure that any kind of agitating that I do to remove stains occurs on the inside of the sweater, so that if there is any kind of damage to the fabric, although I'm very gentle, it occurs on the inside and not on the visible side. So I just want to submerge it completely in the water and soak it up so that it gets completely wet. Here I just use a baby shampoo. Now there are definitely products out there that you can use specifically for hand washing knitwear, but I find that a gentle baby shampoo really does the job. So then I kind of put it in my hands and I just work on the areas that I think get the most sweat or get the most dirty. So here I'm just kind of gently working out the armpits of the sweater and making sure that any kind of stains I am removing. And you can already see that there is definitely some cloudiness in the water. After that, I just work the sweater through the soapy water to really get soap all over the sweater and really try to work out some of those stains. From there, I drain my sink as I hold the sweater up just so that it doesn't clog up the drain. I wash out the sink and then I bring the sweater in and I start the rinsing process. I like to be careful because I don't want to hurt the sweater or hurt the knit. So I try to rinse out the areas that I wash specifically, like the armpits, but I try to be just as gentle as I possibly can as I am rinsing out the sweater because I don't want to stretch the fabric or harm the knit at all. So to rinse, I just kind of do this rolling and squishing process. It's almost like kneading bread. I find this to be a really therapeutic process, so it's definitely something I enjoy. And I just kind of do that until I see that the water is coming out is not soapy anymore. And then to squeeze the extra water out, you never ever want to wring your sweater. You always want to kind of squish it out, fold it over and squish it out just like you're kneading bread so that you're not harming the knit at all. I think that's a really important point. No wringing the sweater. After you've gotten the bulk of the water out, what I do is I take my sweater into usually my living room where there's a good amount of room and sunlight, and I lay it on a towel. So you don't really have to worry about how wrinkly it is here. You will work that out later. So to really get out excess water, I kind of roll it up into a burrito, and I'm just squeezing as I go. And this really works wonders to get extra water out. I find that it's super helpful. So I roll it up and I give it a good squeeze. I've done that, I take the sweater, and here I've just flipped my towel around because I found that I laid it the wrong direction. It's longer this way. But after that, I will turn the sweater with the right side out again. And I will just try to do this gently so that I don't stretch anything. But I guess this isn't really a necessary step, but I just like to do it here. It's a personal preference. And then after that, I will lay it out and I will kind of arrange it in the way that I would like it to dry. So I'll try to smooth out kind of any big wrinkles. I'll flip it around, and then any parts that I think need to be extended, I will. And I'll just kind of fold the sleeves over here so that it dries. Now, occasionally the towel will get a little bit wet and you'll have to switch out the towel or put the towel in the dryer for a little bit of time just to dry out again so that the sweater doesn't just sit in its own wetness.
So that is that for today's video. Thanks so much for joining me today. Now I've got a clean sweater, and hopefully you've learned something about how to care for your knitwear to make it last longer, because knitwear truly does make up an important part of many of our capsule wardrobes. I want to remind you to please hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy content like this and would like to see more of it. It's been an honor spending this time with you today. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye!